According to a bombshell report, climate change could end human civilization by the year 2050. That is 31 short years away. I don't know about you guys, but I was kind of hoping that by 2050 I would have retired early and, be sitting on a beach somewhere sipping a pina colada, but I guess you can't have everything. Welcome back to your daily dose of anxiety. Inform overload. You get anxiety, and you get an invisible potato. My name is Oprah. You might have heard of me. Thanks for checking out another video on our channel. Yes, Oprah hosts SIO. If you like my outfit or if my Gucci belt makes you feel poor, hit that like and subscribe. Alright, let's get serious. This is a serious video and Oprah does not joke around. So, you know the apocalypse the Bible talks about? The one with the floods, famine, drought, and the dismantling of international order? Yeah, it looks like it's actually gonna happen if we don't do something drastic to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Great. Breakthrough National Center for Climate Restoration in Australia published an analysis on May 30th that is pretty much like scaring the crap out of everybody. The analysis basically says that if we keep things the way they are, emissions will cause a 3 degrees Celsius or 5.4 degrees Fahrenheit global warming, which will cause an apocalyptic chain of events. The authors say that this chain of events will lead to a huge likelihood of human civilization coming to an end in the year 2050. In that time, 1 billion people will be forced to move from unlivable conditions, and we aren't going to be able to feed the global population. Ecosystems will collapse. The Arctic will be sea ice free. Sea levels will rise. We will lose more than 16% of all plant species and 8% of vertebrates. Coral reefs will have it really bad. In fact, it's likely we will lose 99% of coral reefs should the global temperature rise even 2 degrees Celsius. North Americans will experience extreme weather, heat waves, drought, and wildfires. And the Middle East and West Africa? Yeah, they're gonna be completely uninhabitable. The analysis also says that 55% of the global population will be forced to deal with more than 20 days a year of lethal heat conditions, quote, beyond the threshold of human survivability. The report also says this scenario provides a glimpse into a world of outright chaos on a path to the end of human civilization and modern society as we know it, in which the challenges to global security are simply overwhelming and political panic becomes the norm. So, who are the authors of this paper and what the heck do they know? So the paper is called Existential Climate-Related Security Risk. It was written by David Spratt, Research Director for Breakthrough National Client Center for Climate Restoration, and Ian Dunlop, member of the Club of Rome and a former oil and gas executive. This is a huge deal, okay? Huge. A former oil and gas executive wrote a paper about the devastating effects of climate change. Huge. The report also contains a foreword from Admiral Chris Berry, retired chief of the Australian Defence Force. He says that the paper is laying bare the unvarnished truth about the desperate situation humans and the planet are in. What I should note is that this paper is not a scientific study. What it was trying to do was use existing research to model future scenarios. Both the authors of the report are climate researchers and have been for a long time. And also, this isn't the first time that experts have warned of the dire consequences of climate change. Back in March, the United Nations published a paper that found that the window for taking action on climate change is closing fast. That report said that if we continue business as usual, there will be millions of premature deaths thanks to pollution, mass species extinction, which will limit our food and resource needs, and also freshwater pollutants creating drug-resistant infections will be a major cause of death by 2050. The point is, we have to act fast. I wouldn't be surprised if global governments start banning greenhouse gas emissions entirely or limiting the amount. There is no other way. Sure, it might be an uncomfortable adjustment period, but uncomfortable adjustment, end of human civilization. It's a toss-up really. If you guys want to read this analysis, why don't you check out the story link in the description of this video. And I know that when we make these types of videos, we tell you guys to be more environmentally conscious and then everybody sweeps the problem under the rug. That is why we're in this mess in the first place. You can't keep listening to these warnings and not doing anything about it. So, here are some tips for reducing your impact on the environment. Please listen to all of them and please try to implement them in your everyday life as often as possible. Before you waste energy, think to yourself, would Oprah do this? You know what Oprah would do? She would go for a friggin' walk instead of driving everywhere. She probably wouldn't. She probably has a driver. But anyways, you should get a bike. If you live far away from work, it's gonna be hard for you to get there without a car. But if that's the case, then try carpooling with other people. If you live close to school or work, leave earlier. You have no excuse. You can walk those short distances that you hop on the bus for. It's summer. It's beautiful out. Walking or biking is gonna make your butt nice. Nice butt, you'll be able to live into retirement because the planet won't be destroyed. It's a win-win scenario. More tips, and these are for your home. Use less hot water. Don't take those 40-minute showers, girlfriend. Listen, I love me a good long shower as much as anyone, and you better know that I got some sensitive skin and legs for days, so it takes me a while to shave, but instead of leaving the water on the whole time, I turn it off and shave with cream. Also, turn your air conditioning on only when you're in the house. Leaving your heating on or air conditioning on all day when you're not home is such a huge waste of energy, and it's also really expensive. I don't know about you guys, but I hate seeing those $100 hydro bills. And another tip, this is something I learned after my bills were skyrocketing and I couldn't figure out why. Replace the filters in your heat pump at least once every 3 months. If that filter is full of dust, nothing's gonna get through it, so that heat pump is gonna have to work a lot harder. Replacing that filter is an amazing way to save money on bills, and you'll also reduce your impact on the environment. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Go forth and save the planet. Let's wrap up this video with some comment features. Juan Garcia said, "It's my birthday." Good for you. I mean, happy birthday. Hope it's a great one. Sorry, I was very angry there for a second, and then you came at me with, "It's my birthday," and I was just like, I don't know how to feel. Magdale said, "Your face annoys me." Right back to the angry, eh? Charlotte Oof said, "Charlotte is so pretty. So are you." Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. But if you want to keep watching, there's a playlist right over here. And obviously, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I will see you in a future IO video.